Hello everybody, welcome back to Yoba TV. If you're new here, you're welcome. Kindly click that subscribe button on your screen, like, comment and share this program. Hey Yomi. Lórí iPhone 17 Pro Max 450,000 àti 280,000 bàbá ẹgbà ọpẹ́ ẹ wá. Ṣé rí mo farabalẹ̀ lánàá ni kí n mọ what's going on between VDM and Blord. You understand? Show méjì la fẹ́ ṣe obviously, but we're going to do the two. A máa ṣe méjèèjì papọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ Sisi Alagbo, ọkọ Sisi Alagbo la fẹ́ ṣe. But let's first of all talk about this Blord and VDM saga. Sherry, the first thing tí màá sọ ni pé Blord kọ́kọ́ gbé fóònù ẹ̀ jáde. iPhone XR tó convert sí iPhone 17 Pro Max. Number one, the first thing I'm going to talk about is that you guys don't need this iPhone. Amos ló gba lágídí ni. Only the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the original one, is it 3 or 4 million naira, which can buy you a plot of land. Land appreciates more than phones. But nǹkan tó ṣì gbé dání ẹlòmíì lo 14, ẹlòmíì lo 16, ẹlòmíì lo 12. It's still ṣe bó ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ṣebí ká pè ká ṣe garangaran ká lo WhatsApp ká wo social media. Ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ kò sí nǹkan. You don't need it, but it's your choice. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ máa bá trend. You don't need it, but it's your choice. Number one. Number two is VDM came out that they are ripping Nigeria. When it comes to Nigerian market, nothing is being controlled compared to other markets. Do you understand? Anybody can just come and fix their price, which is understandable because nothing is controlled in Nigeria. But in developed country, everything is controlled. So you cannot just call any price. Okay, for everything manufactured in China, manufactured in China, cooking $200. That is approximately to be 170,000 naira. For junior law, but she manufacture and everything. But one thing is one thing. Nigerian people, they are greedy, they are selfish people, they used to overprice, blah 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 blah. Understand? Be red, be Lord, be kilorukwe. Okay, phone any 480,000. Do you understand? But if they are worried the same phone, to go one China. VDM rí pé okay o pẹ̀lú shipping àti gbogbo ẹ̀ kò lè ju 280,000 lọ, which is a lot of gap from 280 to 450,000. Is it not 170,000 difference or 150,000 difference? Which doesn't sit well with Very Dark Man. But here goes the problem I used to have with Very Dark Man. This is not calling people out. This is you doing a business. You know, we know Very Dark Man to be somebody that, okay, if you see something that is unjust, you call it out. This is you trying to do a business. It's different from you calling anybody out. Because at the end of the video, you put a number, 280,000. There's another person that came out to say the selling is over 200,000. Let me tell you something, right? VDM want to do a business. Benny now, at the end of the day, it's going to lead to that. No promo, no ad, and all of that. He needs to do a business, and a business that works for him. Now, it feels like, okay, people trust him. Oh no, Marere Jelori 280,000. Kinjepe is doing it for free. People trust him more, and people, believe anything he tells them, and he want to use the opportunity to sell. But at the same time, I feel like if VDM has gone through it like this, and I know I've seen the price of iPhone 17 Pro Max and it's 480,000, the converted one, and it's way over price. If you want to buy it, you can buy it from me for 280,000. It is understandable. You don't have to bring somebody else's business down for you to go up. Even if the person is skinny, is extorting. Extortion, now. All this Hermes bag, all this, Gucci and all of that. But not official $100. And they're selling it for $10,000, $20,000. Extortion, you cannot bring people down because, okay, listen, those are power station, àbí bike ni àbí drone. So àwọn tó ti ń ta drone náà bí eléyìí ló ṣe máa call one house just because you want to sell your market. It's not done like that. Because if you look at so many factors, Blord bó ṣe wà yẹn, ó lè jẹ́ pé middleman ló gbé fún. He did not collect his own directly from China. Ó lè jẹ́ pé from now he has even clarified that he has his own company in China. Understandable. But what if Blord is collecting from somebody, is reselling. It's not the wholesaler. It's reselling. What did I mean by reselling? Big retailer, I should understand. Kì í ṣàwọn tó ń ta wholesale. Òun náà gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkan ni. So ó ti máa inflate from 250. Ó lè jẹ́ pé Blord gbà tiẹ̀ ní bí 300 àbí 350. Ó dẹ̀ máa ṣí gbogbo order owó sí staff ni o, shipment ni o, every other thing. Ó máa ṣí mọ́ clearing of container, which is not cheap. What if he doesn't have a company in China? What if he doesn't have his own boys in China? What if we're not bad? It doesn't mean that because VDM has not done its investigation very well to be sure that kì í ṣe pé okay o, mo ra gàrí láti ilé, kì í ṣe pé ó lọ sóko ó lọ ra gàrí lọ́wọ́ farmer. Ìwọ náà rà lọ́wọ́ èèyàn tó ra gàrí wá sí gbòòrò, ó wá ń tún tà ni. So obviously the price is not going to be the same. But that doesn't stop that Nigerians don't extort. They used to extort a lot. They used to extort. But at the same time, this is not VDM. VDM go for Tajani. So he feels like, let me bring this person down for me to sell. If he's calling Blord out, call Blord out. But when you're attaching your home business, we call this number, you will get the same phone. That means you want to bring a business down for your home to grow. That is it. So for everything, at the electric bike, at the drone, at the power station, so for everything you bring to Nigeria, you have to pull somebody down that is already selling so that you'll be able to sell your home, which could have been just been avoided by you saying that I've noticed everywhere I've gone to, this thing is like 500,000, 450,000, but I sell my home for this price without mentioning a person's name, without attaching it to anybody. Now you are being fair. We professional business, understandable. But here you go, pulling people down because you want to do your business. It's not fair. Whatever the case may be, it's not fair, and you are not in the right position to pull people down. You are using your platform to shaking it, to bring people down because you have it. You have the opportunity to. Oye tó bá wọ lọ́jà ló máa sọ pé òun máa tọ́jà. Tàtí ẹ kò sí jàǹbí. If you sell your own 1,000, somebody sell their own 500, it's your choice. You will not say that people should not sell because you are the one selling cheaper. No, it's people's choice. That is just it. So this is why I have problem with VDM. Torí pé ó fẹ́ ta tiẹ̀ náà ló fi mú yàn kan wálẹ̀. Ojú ọ̀run ó tẹ̀yẹ fún láì fara kanra náà. That is it. That is how I feel about that. I just feel like it's just greedy and cunning. I want to dominate everybody. I'm the biggest Kiniko. I'm the fourth arm of the government. You declare yourself that. I'm the biggest platform. Nobody has engagement than me. You declare yourself that. Now you want to be the biggest in business so that nobody will come, because that Blord is not small. Company, it's not small. So you went up like that to go and pull them down so that you'll be the only one. About nothing pay any highest bidder. To be the only one, to always, you want to be the number one, to my one forefront, to be on economy. I don't think at this point the guy is an activist, to be frank with you. I don't think he is an activist. I think he's all about himself. Look at the donation and the GoFundMe and everything. No, GoFundMe, it has not even commenced, has not even started anything, nothing is done. All of a sudden, China and phones and everything. So if you look at it very well, he's doing more of, business than anything. He wants to be the best or the biggest, which is not a problem, but you don't have to pull people down. If you are calling them out based on what is not good, call them out. But now you're attaching a number. It's not like you care about Nigeria. You just want to sell your own. That is it. And you made the calculation, he's going to receive 170 million if you sell 1,000 pieces. That is too much. That is his choice. That is his choice. So now that you want to sell, okay, if somebody else come, I think somebody else already come that he's selling his own for 200,000. So what's now the big deal? That is just it. That is it. So sometimes cheap stuff is even more, I don't like cheap stuff. Cheap stuff is always even not as good as the, pricey one. That's one thing I used to feel. Think about the cheap, there's always a catch. You know that kind of feeling. So that is just it. That is this for that, but you don't actually need the phone. You don't need to. I don't even like the orange phone. I don't know why. It's so weird to me. Me, people and like, you know. That is that for that. Moving on. Mo ti ṣe mi ò tí ṣe proper video. Today mark Prince Adewamiri, Dorcas' son. Today mark a 2 month on earth. God will be with him. God will bless him. He shall grow in grace, in favor. God will protect and guide him. Owó tó máa fi ṣe ìtọ́jú ẹ̀ kò ní wọ́n àwọn òbí ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run. So now, speaking of, I noticed something. Hey, boy, any sùúrù. Ẹ jẹ́ a máa rọra máa pín wèrè ṣe o. Torí ṣe the other team, wọ́n tẹ̀ ti sọ́nsìn pé ju 3.5 lọ ẹ̀yin màlúù. But with that being said, the other team member, yeah, why is it that anything Dorcas want to do, she's not doing fracasso? You guys will be doing part 1 to 1 billion on top of it. Oroti Sisi Alagbo, she don't come, she don't, you know, do what she wants to do, she don't leave the place. At the end of the day, now they do show up to today. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Sisi Alagbo tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ since last week. Oníkálukú ti gbàgbé, ọlọ́rọ̀ ti gbàgbé, mẹ́wàá láká ti gbàgbé. But ẹ̀yin the other team, torí pé Dorcas is involved. Ẹ máa wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ part 1, part 2, part 3. Ẹ ṣì wà lórí ẹ̀ up to today, like going 2 weeks. Ṣé ẹ níṣẹ́ ni? Níṣẹ́ ni. Mo tiẹ̀ tún rí ọkọ Sisi Alagbo tó tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí yẹn. Mo rí máa yẹn tó ń ṣe damage control. Tó ní I'm taking my kids to school, I'm checking it. Oh sir, with all due respect, ẹ ti ṣe èrè o. Because if you've been taking your kids to school, ìyáálé yín ò ní gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yín wá sórí social media. Ayé yín ò ní bàjẹ́ lórí social media bó ṣe bàjẹ́ yín. If you have been taking care of your house, taking your children to school, your life will never be like that on social media. Ìyàwó yín ò tẹ̀ ní jáde, she has been seeing you. As a matter of fact, orí Facebook, ìyàwó yín ti gbọ́ pé ẹ ti ṣe wedding. Òun ló dẹ̀ gbẹ́jọ́ yín wá. If you have been doing your responsibility as a good man, your life will not come to social media like that. Kó wá tarnish bẹ́ẹ̀, kò possible. But what do you always do? Tẹ́rí pé ti rí pé ẹnu ti kùn yín, ṣe bí torí pé ẹnu kùn yín náà lẹ ṣe padà tẹ́lọ́rùn. Ẹ wá ń fa àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ṣe content. I'm taking my children to school. Today is October 13. Ẹ ń fi àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké yẹn ṣe content. Torí pé kí ni? Torí pé ọwọ́ bá yín, wọ́n wọ́ yín tuurutu, ìdí yín gbolẹ̀. Ẹ wá ń gbé àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ sínú mọ́tò, ẹ̀ ń gbé wọn lọ school. Ìgbà tẹ́ ń ṣe alágbàfọ̀ lábẹ́ Sisi Alagbo, tẹ́ ń bá ń fọ kókó àgbo. Ṣé ẹ rántí pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa lọ school? Ṣé ẹ rántí ibi tó ń sùn sí? Ẹ wá kaṣọ sí wọn lọ́rùn, ẹ wá ń record, ń gbọ́mọ ẹ lọ sí school, ò ń record pé you are taking your children to school. Are you mad? So lójú tèèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀, that's the characteristics of a good father. You left your wife and your children at home. You run to go and meet a woman to be doing content ní ti Agbo Alagbo. All of a sudden, you came back because social media drag you. If they did not drag you, show máa mọ̀nà láti padà sílé. Or you are taking your children to school. You are now recording it for people to see that you are taking your children to school. Are you for real? Every time you are trying to do this damage control, it's not working. This is not something that they have to tell you for you to do. We take children to school. We will be recording that, yes, we are taking our children to school. Mo ti ń gbé ọmọ mi lọ school. Mo ń gbé wọn lọ school. No. If you're a good father, this is a norm. It's a normal thing that you're supposed to do. Wá record ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn yẹn kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀? Ṣé àti ẹ̀ mọ̀ bí o sọ pé káwọn ọmọ gan bọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ti ṣe content tó fẹ́ ṣe tán? How are we sure? Because you recorded them in the car. The car is not moving. Bí o sọ fún wọn pé kán bọ́lẹ̀ ìgbà tó ṣe content ẹ̀ tán tó bá tiẹ̀ lọ. There are things you have to do as a father. You don't have to record it. If you're a good father, you will never leave your children. Mi ìmìyàn tó máa kọ ìyàwó tó tún máa kọ àwọn ọmọ. Tó wá lọ máa kátọ bẹ́ obìnrin kan tó ti bí 3 fọ́kùnrin mi. Ilé ayé yín gbogbo yín kan kò tiẹ̀ fi ibi kankan wùyàn. Èló gan ni gbogbo owó tí Sisi Alagbo ń pa tó lọ torí ẹ̀ tó lọ ń ta ògùn ẹ̀ tó wá ń fọ orí ẹnu kòkò torí ẹ̀. Ọkùnrin tí ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ alápá má ṣiṣẹ́ ló máa ń ṣe bẹ́yẹn náà. Ń gbọ́ ọmọ ẹ lọ sí school. Ṣé mi ni kí wá ká àwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ sí school? Torí òun record pé ní 13 ń gbá àwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ sí school. Ó jẹ̀bi ò bá má gbé wọn lọ sí school. Òpònú ayérada. Ń gbọ́ ọmọ lọ sí school, òun record pé ká rí pé òun gbọ́ ọmọ lọ sí school. Ò bá má gbé, èmi ló yẹ kí wá bá ẹ gbá àwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ sí school. Òde. and you don't know what is next in your life. Can you imagine? Is this men? Ẹ tún ti já rubbish gbà. Nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn, ṣọ́kọ lélẹ́yìí báyìí. Ìyẹn náà inú ẹ̀ máa dùn. Inú ẹ̀ máa dùn pé òun ti rí nǹkan he. So every time now you go dey record, tí ìwọ náà bá bímọ fún Sisi Alagbo, wọ́n máa record. Mo gbà àwọn ọmọ mi lọ sí school lẹ́ni o. Kíníkan, it's crazy. Oh God. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ ẹ kú òṣì. They have to drag you for you to take responsibility on your children. For you to come back home. Ọjọ́ wo ló ti padà sílé? Torí pé fẹ́ wá shoot content kan ló ṣe padà sílé. Wọ́n ti wọ́ọ̀dì ẹ̀, wọ́n ti bójú ẹ̀ jẹ́ online. Ṣé torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe padà sílé? Àti wá àti Sisi Alagbo mi èèyàn tó gọ̀ jù láàrin ẹ̀yin méjèèjì. I swear. Mi ò mèèyàn tó gọ̀ jù láàrin ẹ̀yin méjèèjì. Ìyẹn tí ẹ̀ sórí ti Sisi Alagbo àmútọ̀run wà ní agbó ẹ̀gbọ́n ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú stupidity tó wà lára yẹn. How can you miss your way in life? Tó bá ṣe mistake ọkọ àárọ̀ ẹ̀ ọkọ alákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ṣé o tún máa ṣe mistake ọkọ ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni? Ọkùnrin tó fi àwọn ọmọ lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìyàwó sínú ilé, ó wá kó tiẹ̀, ìwọ náà sọ pé orí ọkùnrin lè, ó tún ṣe marriage pẹ̀lú irú ọkùnrin yẹn. Does that not tell you something? Pé bó ṣe neglect àwọn ọmọ alákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ló ṣe máa neglect ọmọ tiẹ̀ náà. Is that not common sense? Common sense is not common. Ìwọ gangan ló ní ìdí àgbo. Because if you cannot understand that a man that leave his family, no food, no bed, nothing, with children, and came to your house, tó wá bá tiẹ̀, tó sábà sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀, ó mọ̀ pé tí ìwọ náà bá ti bímọ bó ṣe máa fi ẹ́ lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ nìyẹn tó máa lọ. I don't know how many times you want to make a mistake for you to understand. Pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ń tàgbò tó, ó tiẹ̀ lè tàgbò ọpọlọ fún ara ẹ̀. Ó ga ọ, ẹ kú ọdún, ẹ kú ìyèdùn, ẹ̀mí yín á lò. Ẹ tiẹ̀ ṣe tẹ́ ẹ túlẹ̀. Tẹ́ ẹ túlẹ̀ kẹtẹ̀ jẹ́ kókó ọmọ ẹ lọ sí school, ẹ tó sọ pé record pé o gbé àwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ sí school. Just imagine. Record that you took your children to school. Ó wá bá àwọn ọmọ ń ṣe content, ó tún gbójú wọn jáde. Olórí burúkú. Gbójú àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké jáde, ó fi wọ́n ṣe content. Káyé lè mọ̀ pé ó ń gbé wọn lọ sí school. Ṣé o ti wá sanwó school wọn náà? Bàbá dáadáa. Bàbá onínúure. Ṣé o ti sanwó school àwọn ọmọ yẹn? Kán lè mọ̀ pé kán mọ ọmọ ẹ lọ sí school, tún gbójú wọn jáde sórí internet, àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Èpè ń já yín sá, allegedly. Èpè ń já yín kì í ṣe kékeré. Ṣé rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ wá fún Dorcas? Ìjà lára ni kì í tọ́ bọ̀rọ̀ lára yín. Ṣáwo ò ti mọ̀ yín ni. Ẹ kó ṣì dànù. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣe show fún Dorcas kí lẹ máa jẹ. Ọ̀rọ̀ tán ti parí. Èèyàn tó fẹ́ fún lówó gan, ó ti fún ní 1 million, wọ́n ti kúrò lórí ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní Sisi tẹ̀fẹ́ múlẹ̀, wọ́n ń dówó fún yín gan ni kẹ́ ẹ lè jẹun. Ẹ̀yin lẹ wá gbẹ́nu sọ̀rọ̀ Dorcas. Tó bá show off fún yín, bó ṣe fún ìyàwó ìyálé Sisi Alagbo Adéṣọlá ní 1 million yẹn, ẹ̀yin ẹ fún 2 million. Ọ̀gá yín gan ń kọ́. Ibo ló wà? Ṣàlàáfíà ló wà ṣá. Torí ká tó mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, voice note á ti máa fly káàkiri bó tún ti lọ ṣẹ́yún. Àwa ń béèrè ẹ ní o, drag ẹ o. Torí tó bá yá sí o máa wá sunkún sínú comment section mi. Èmi ìbéèrè ẹ ṣàlàáfíà ló wà, ó tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta. Ó ga ọ, ó tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta. Àtẹ̀rí yín kẹ lọ pátí, kẹ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń ṣe, kẹ kóyún sọ̀wọ́, kẹ kóyún sórí mọ́. Àti ẹ̀rí kẹtẹ̀ ṣe show mọ́. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe wá ṣe kí gbogbo wọn ti di camp tán ni? Èyí wà lẹ́ni ò sí nǹkan. Ọlọ́run á bá yín yanjú ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tèmi bá a ṣe rí nìyẹn. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá rọ̀gá àwọn màálù, ẹ bá mi béèrè ẹ̀ pé ẹlẹ́yà Tẹ́mù òun ló fún mi lórúkọ. Ó béèrè ẹ̀ pé ṣàlàáfíà ní pó tó jọ mẹ́ta. Àwa kúkú béèrè àní ro tiwa ẹ̀. Pé àlàáfíà ló wà o. Àbí ṣé gbà tí Dorcas ti jáwé agbéjẹ́ fún ẹ, ló ti rọra gbéjẹ́, ló ti sẹ́ńpẹ́, ló ti mẹ́lò. Àwa ń béèrè ẹni o, kò sì já ń bẹ́ o. Àbèrè àlàáfíà ẹ̀. Tó ṣàṣì ń mí, máa jẹun kò sì máa mí o. Kò jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ jẹ́ a máa lọ. God bless you. Let me know what you feel about this video down below. Have a wonderful day. Bye.